comes with TSA pre-check, and when you come back from like say Guadalajara, it's a retina scan and it's about 30 seconds to 2 minutes through instead of 90 minutes. Your time's valuable. I went ahead and did it. I'm good to like 2029. Then you have to renew like I think like a year out, but it'll it'll get you to the gate quicker because of the TSA pre-check. And I came back from Cancun one time at like 10:45. My mom picked me up at 11:17 from the airport from an international flight. That was like lug everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think getting out, like, 6, 7.
Yeah. Yeah. They do like a background check. And they do an interview at the airport. And one of their questions is like, do you do you travel a lot? The correct answer is yes. Like that's okay. And they do like an FBI check and stuff on you, like a federal check, and then they ask you if you've ever been arrested. So hopefully you're saying no to that question, or you're saying no if it was a long time ago. If you did something stupid as a teenager, and then takes like 2 weeks, and then you get a card in the mail, and then they don't even I don't even use the card. I literally just like they scan my eyeballs and like, oh my gosh, conspiracy theory. I'm like, you know what? They can have that information. There was once I came back, I didn't fill out the customs form because like I didn't have a pen. I have global entry. I got there with the blank customs form and I was like, I'm sorry, do you have a pen? He's like, have a nice day, bro. And that was it. Like I'm telling you, global entry is totally. What do you mean? Oh,
When you get there, they give me like they're really good. They were like asking really good. U.S. passport, Mexican passport, and then you like they would split you.
oh,
And they would give you like these big like plastic sheet, and they would say like EPP. Oh yeah.
oh,
And then you just buy.
oh. So they streamlined it. I haven't traveled in about a year and a half.
The last time they did for the.
I was like, that's so like what's going on? Like that's so like 2000. Like why are we using paper forms? Like, come on.
Mexican passport.
Oh,
They charge you so much. You the airport in Mexico.
oh yeah.
$80.
Uh-huh. That's built into the flight thing.
You said it how much? 5 years.
150
Not bad. Yeah.
for your time. For your if you travel like yeah, yeah, it's 150 and you're good and it makes it so much easier. I didn't always have it, and I've gone through customs where it's 90 minutes. Like now, I'll probably just always keep it. What? Who? Yeah, this.
Take him into a private the question. He's like, you do this every single time. And he's living a life you didn't know about.
I own narco.
And they would like, yeah, they'd be like, oh, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Go through your luggage. Yeah, Panama Channel. Like that would be like, oh my God. They still do it to this day. Crazy. Every single time.
I mean, unless something happened like a long time ago that they like,
There's someone that the same name, and there's like history.
why go with that? Since one time my brother, they like try to go to court and all this, and they had like the wrong, like it was the wrong car, the wrong, like everything, but they had like the name and everything. And it really wasn't my brother, because when my brother went to the.
Jesus, got you. Aaron, Carmen, Vivian, Ashley. Perfect.
What's his name?
Rocco,
We live in the little like.
Lewis,
Yeah. No.
Emma, Alani, David, Kimberly, Pablo, Alexis, Miley, Miley, Destiny, Rachel, Emily,
Yeah.
Brian, Allison, two Kruger here,
I mean, I had two computers, I was back and forth,
Lyric.
trying to look up that.
Bruce, Snow, Natalie, Jordan, Jordan right there. Elizabeth. Elizabeth. There. Erica. Erica. Joshua. Joshua, okay. Australia. Samuel. Got you. Jocelyn. Alan. Lucia. Dealey. You are here, Carmen. Next, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Because I have a test this way for your physiology.
Yeah.
Who are you taking? I'm taking AMP2. With food.
This is the other one.
So this really gonna be tough. Because I'm sure that you might have both now, because somebody get what he's doing. Yeah. Is it? I had a conversation. No.
I think we left off here.
Disorder, the genetic disorder.
Where do we went further? We went all the way to here. Yeah, right, genetic disorders.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we probably looked at this.
Yep. We started talking about the, like, genes, the recessive ones.
Yeah. We did not do this yet. Okay, that feels right. Is that better?
Yeah.
Can everybody still read notes to the notes? Okay. Conception. The moment that which the female becomes pregnant, ovum, the female sex cell or egg. Fertilization, union of the ovum and sperm, zygote, cell resulting from the uniting of the ovum and sperm divides into many cells, eventually forming the baby.
To mail you results of that thing that we got last week about the stages of development.
Yes.
I don't discuss that.
We can. That is part of the lecture. We could. But I did want you guys to like watch the videos. And fill the work. I mean, we're literally fill the worksheet as you're watching them. But we can talk about it. It's just it's not here yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
We have monozygotic twins, identical, and dizygotic twins, fraternal twins. So it's basically one egg or two eggs. This is the one with 2025, by the way, for the title. I did add like 2 slides.
How long was campus down for today?
I don't know. It's back up. I don't know. It's been happening like Moodle was down, but Moodle is not really a real learning management system, but it's happened twice.
Was it like? I
Yeah.
tried to get on it, and it was down, and then I was like, what is going on? And then I thought it when I went into my Waubonsee thing that I guess they were like doing, I don't know what to it, but they didn't know when it was gonna be back up.
Well, it's a third party that they purchase. So
Yeah, it says something about like Amazon.
Amazon Web went down. Amazon makes a lot of money doing like web support for internet. So if they're using that as a server, that would explain why.
Maybe not so much anymore, if that keeps happening.
Yeah. So basically, it's just showing that looks like. So we have the germinal period, first 2 weeks after fertilization, during which the zygote moves down the uterus and begins implanting the lining. Embryo is the name for the developing organism from 2 weeks to 8 weeks after fertilization. With the embryonic period, the period from 2 to 8 weeks after fertilization, during which major organs and structures of the organism develop. Critical periods are times during which certain environmental influences can have an impact on the development of the infant. And a teratogen is any factor that can cause a birth defect. What do you think some examples of teratogens might be? Drugs, alcohol?
Mhm.
Pretty broad. What was that? Someone say German food?
German flu,
German flu.
whatever.
And the CDC called me earlier to do a survey from the voicemail. So I wanted to take some data apparently on vaccines. That's what the voicemail said. Like 2 hours ago. I was like, why the hell are you guys calling me? So I'll talk about vaccines with them. That's fine. Anything else might be a teratogen you can think of?
I know they said that, like, you can't, like, have cats or something when you're pregnant. They told me anyway.
Why can't you have cats? Does anyone know why? You're on the right track.
Uh,
And what does it cause?
Doesn't it have like?
It's got a real big name. Oh, come on, you should know this because of where you work. Just say that louder, Ryan. Nailed it. Yeah.
I know it's something with the litter because.
Because there could be worms in the feces of the cat. Like,
Then it gets in you and eats your baby.
you got to be careful. You got to be careful with, it's not that you can't have cats as a mom, but if you're having that with another person, they should probably clean the litter, not you.
But some bugs, the worms
when it's
that
like
can come out of
8
their.
years old,
Yeah.
like can't have him while we have that baby though.
You want to be very careful. It's not that you can't have a cat, you just gotta be very, very cautious with the litter.
yeah, I used to make my boyfriend change the litter box when I had all my kids.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's,
Coworker would put like masks and gloves and all that when she would do it when she was pregnant.
yeah, like there's ways to protect yourself. You just gotta be very careful because toxic plasmosis. You got now you got it right. Now it's in the memory.
Was on the tip of her tongue.
It's a tip of the tongue phenomenon.
Patients, they did to me about it.
This is the chapter of the other class. Like this is basically like the condensed version of the whole other class.
What the lifespan?
Yeah, this is basically like Jen Sykes' version of lifespan. Lifespan is an entirely different class and it's age zero to death in detail. This is the condensed version. We're gonna walk through the entire lifespan. But it's just,
Say the last time when you were talking about how you did the lifespan at COD in here, did you say you just didn't know your schedule here yet?
I have it. It's 2 online classes
Is
completely
it
online.
only
I have lifespan face to face at COD.
only
So
at COD? I was gonna say, cause I have to take lifespan too, but I was gonna see if you did it in middle here.
They said, I live in Tinley Park, and they were like, do you want one gen psych course on Monday? And I usually will teach lifespan out at Sugar Grove. Or do you want 2 online classes that are gen psych? And I was like, wow. No driving. Next,
Well, then, okay, so is the lifespan, do you do it the same how you do it here?
yeah, it would transfer. It's just, it'd be in district or out of district, the same. Yeah, same
Okay, then
class.
we can do it with you online then, here.
Oh, you can do that, yeah.
I
It's just not,
I just prefer not to do online.
so
cause-
I'm recording, I've, what was it?
She said do it with you.
I've been
Right.
recording the lectures and posting those in my online version of this class, so. Yeah. It was online, it's like an electronic textbook. This was just asynchronous, so there's no requirement to have an online lecture component. If you take it face to face, then it's more like this. But the only face to face option I have for next semester is the school.
So then if I did it online, you wouldn't, like, would you have us get on Zoom at all?
No,
Oh, we just have to do the homework for the week.
it's the homework for the week. Because it's asynchronous, there's no requirement. It's not that I couldn't do that, it's just they're not asking me to do that, so
So then I wouldn't technically have a class,
you'd have a class, but it would be,
like turn my homework in
that,
kind of.
it wouldn't be the interaction.
Okay, good to know. I might do it with you only because I know you. Other than that, I don't think I would do online.
Okay, appreciate that. These are some examples of teratogans that can harm the baby that you shouldn't ingest during pregnancy.
Well, I feel like besides that, there's some food in general that you
Yeah.
shouldn't be eating.
Yeah, it's just it's anything that could harm
But
the
this is
baby.
like
This is just a list of,
normal stuff that you shouldn't be taking.
well, I would say most of that's probably accurate. I don't know about all of the things that are on the list.
Yeah,
Vitamin A.
There's a couple people killing their kids because they gave them just huge doses of vitamin A rather than get them vaccinated for measles.
oh no.
My parents were hippies back in the day, so I turned out just fine. I just say it.
You said your parents said what?
My parents were hippies back in the day, so
Oh, okay.
my mom broke the rules on like the second one every single day, nothing happened, so it was fine. No, I got vaccinated, just not all of them. I got one of them as an adult.
Like
No.
Pixie Chewies.
No, my point was, mom was bad with the second one, and nothing happened to me neurocognitively, so that might be a myth. So. What was that? Like, or I guess it could depend on the,
Or you got lucky.
I got lucky.
See?
I can look that up if you guys are writing a list down, that's no problem, that's just said. The name, sure, no problem, just tell me.
And if I did it would save some time.
I'm actually in
For like not doing the.
Yeah.
around here and a lot of people tend to give their babies a lot of doses of beads and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It happens a lot more than you think, because my mom used to have so many cases of that,
What are they giving them? Doses of?
like B's and A's to calm them down.
Oh,
Yeah, it used to help them calm them down, but it's illegal now to do so many doses for a baby.
yeah, because of the risks.
Yeah, my mom used to have a lot of cases of that. She's been a doctor for 20 years, maybe, a nurse for 20 years, so she has a lot of experience with that. My mom used to tell me a lot of stories for that, so.
Yeah, you wanna watch the teratogans? And the vitamins? What I read is that vitamins are highly toxic, at least for adults, at 6 to 15 months of everyday usage, like high dosages. because I was self-treating myself for what I thought was COVID with a lot of vitamins. And it was 2 days and I was like, it'll be fine. And you know what? It went away. It was a lot of vitamins. So
Well, I was gonna say anything, like everything in moderation, because I feel like with
Yeah.
anything you can
Yeah.
hurt yourself, even if
Yeah.
it's healthy.
yeah,
Like,
moderation.
Like it, you can't take too much stuff of that, even though it helps stuff.
400,000 IUs of vitamin A for 2 days and 50,000 IUs of vitamin D for 2 days makes COVID go away. At least it did for me.
go.
A little bit of that, like, nope. It was my body was like, what virus? What's up now? Gone.
That would
There was a letter that was written before we had vaccines by a guy that has like, he was an MD and he had like a couple degrees from MIT as well. And he was like, vitamin C, a little bit of like iodine or kelp, and a crap ton of vitamin A and D for 2 days. And it went away a couple times. So I mean, I don't know if it was COVID, but it felt like a flu bordering on death. So I'm pretty sure it was COVID. Zinc. Yeah. I think it does both. Zinc's really healthy. So the fetal period, the time from about 8 weeks after conception to the time of birth, fetus, named for the developing organism from 8 weeks after fertilization until the birth. Viability, the point at which it's possible for an infant to survive outside the womb, usually about 22 to 26 weeks. That's when you may get the NICU babies. Is there a story, or good or bad, that you want to tell? I just think and read your face, Ariana.
That's what I wanted to do right out of high school when I did come to school. And then I was like, I don't know if I can watch baby dies. And then I stopped going to school and then I worked at and was gonna be a preschool teacher or something. And then I stopped going and here I am again. No,
I kept going back to school because my job kept sucking.
yeah.
I kept going, wow, my leader sucks. I need to quit. I thought the bachelor's would be helpful. Wasn't. So I tried the master's. Didn't do much of anything. The doctorate, that seemed to work. So, but it depends on what you study too.
Yeah.
I was underemployed for a little while. Then about a week before quitting, I got kind of mouthy with my people I was reporting to on purpose. Because they kept like not listening to me in company meetings. And I was like, look, fuckers, I have a doctorate. I know what I'm talking about. Knock it off. Okay. I'm not sure I use those exact words, but I know there was cursing because I was tired of, and I was resigning a week later. So I was waiting to fire me.
No, better. Like, or you can leave now. Like, not fire you, but you can leave now.
I think I was calling our analyst out. I was like, I know you crunch the numbers, but I've been doing this for like a while. And don't be thinking I don't know what I'm talking about in a meeting. So just you need to like back off. He's like, I'm so sorry, Dr. Mack. Like, I think you owe me an apology.
You're like, right, doctor, you.
So yes, no. Okay. Fetal period lasts from 8 weeks till the end of the pregnancy. Just a picture of a baby. We have the reflexes that they're born with: grasping, moral, startle, rooting, stepping, and sucking. I'm going to give you examples of those in the next couple of slides. These are just the nomenclature for the different types of reflexes we're born with.
There's no papers for the lifespan, right?
Oh, because then I have to grade them.
Good. Somebody told me they're taking lifespan and their teachers having them do, a paper for the midterm. On like some.
Is it face to face?
I have no idea.
Because I've done that at my day job, but some of that's a little bit of spikes. My manager who teaches English is like, well, you can't assign papers. I'm like, fuck, I can't. Whose class is it?
Just making sure before I do that.
No, it's all connect. It's all
So
connect.
literally the same exact way, like just doing our homework.
Just doing your
online,
homework and submitting
and
it.
the midterm will be the same way.
Midterm will be the same way.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna have a cage fight with Connect about making sure that it's configured correctly because it didn't work real well with COD and Blackboard this term. And that's been frustrating because it keeps giving the wrong dates. We're gonna have a conversation about we're not deploying it, we're not connecting it to the other system. You guys cannot give me garbage anymore. I will go with a different publisher, but it seems to work fine with Canvas, so.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm convinced. I'm gonna do it online then with you.
Cool. I don't know what I would have. I mean, if you want face to face, I don't know what I'll have next fall. I only know the spring.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
So.
do it in January,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do it in November. I mean,
Yeah, let's be the modules and this. Yeah.
What is that? I was looking at some, that reporting online. But it's still a time frame.
You mean with Connect?
What? You said it's a thing.
It's asynchronous, so which means there's no requirement for like lecture or meeting online. So what I've been trying to do lately is just record a lot of this so that I can start putting it more and more of it on like YouTube. So I can give you guys like links or something. So that it's not just you doing modules, you know, the option to listen to a lecture, but there's absolutely no requirement to have a live lecture. So I typically don't. Now, if there was a need within the student body and you really wanted to meet, I probably would, but generally, because it's not required, I just build the class with the textbook and answer your emails, texts, and phone calls if needed, but. So we have the grasping reflex in A, the star reflex, that, also the more reflex. The reading reflex, when you touch a baby's cheek, it will turn towards your hand, open its mouth to search for the nipple, which, by the way, breastfeeding is the most healthy, period. Yeah. Sure. That's the stepping reflex right there, and that's E, the second reflex. You can also see if the infant's healthy. If it's not there or abnormal, it can indicate brain damage or some other neurological problem. What's that? Motor development, tremendous motor development from birth to age 2. Infant brain has 100 billion neurons. You have synaptic pruning, unused synaptic connections, and nerve cells are cleared away to make way for functioning connections in cells. And except for vision, senses are fairly well developed at birth. These are a little bit blurry when you're born. I think I have an example on the slides. If I don't, I have it on another slide deck that I can show you if you wanted to see a sense of what infant's vision looks like. You can be born without a brain. It's incredibly rare. It's absolutely fatal. Or part of a brain is incredibly statistically rare. There's a really interesting case of someone that had half of her brain removed growing up and worked really, really hard and was able to function with half of her brain. But
Well,
she,
don't we already not use most of our brain?
there's no, well, the capacity, it's like they say it's about like 10%. But there's no such thing as left or right brain fully because they still have to communicate with each other. They might be more left brained or more right brained, but you're not really a fully right brain or fully left brain person.
Okay.
Yeah. That leaves the fun stuff open for debate, like what else can we do with our mind? But that's not really based on science. So like the idea of telekinesis, teleflip, look, those are all fun, but there's not a lot of science behind those
Yeah.
if we're not using our brains to our fullest capacity. Someone tried to tell me once that like they were doing telepathy with colors. I'm like, that's not really a scientific study. A scientific study would be you're in different rooms and you wouldn't know what the topic is because your odds are way higher if it's colors, you can guess and get it right.
Well, I guess it's kind of like when people have strokes and stuff and then they learn to use different parts of their brains to
Yeah.
function again if it's like too damaged, I guess, right?
Yeah, but that's the idea of neuroplasticity and rewiring the connections. But I think it still supports your earlier point. See where you're going.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Is it back here? Share. Just a second. Hang on. This is just for your own. So that's the visual acuity in infants. So what a 1 year old, 1 month old, 2 month old, 3 month old, and 1 year old left to right their vision might look like. That's just commentary on the senses to give you guys some context. No, that's just that's just vision. It's an idea what vision might look like. We're not full, except for vision, since they're fairly well developed at birth. Share. So, so we have 6 motor milestones. We have A, raising the head and chest, 2 to 4 months, B, rolling over, 2 to 5 months, C, sitting up with support, 4 to 6 months. It's an average, but you don't want it to be too far out because then there might be developmental problems. Sitting up with support, 6 to 7 months, crawling, 7 to 8 months, walking, 8 to 18 months. These motor milestones develop as infant gains greater voluntary control over the muscles of its body, typically from the top, the body downward. The pattern is seen in the early control of the back muscles, neck muscles, and the much later development of control of legs and feet. Cognitive development, like processing, the development of thinking, problem solving, and memory. Jean Piaget, he was French. He is absolutely silent. Developed a four-stage theory of cognitive development based on observation of infants and children. He proposed the idea of schemes, roadmaps, kind of like a schematic, mental concepts formed by children as they experience new situations and events. Piaget was criticized a bit because some of his research was on his own children, which is concerning because that introduces things like experimenter bias. The next couple slides walk through some of the assignment last week. So we can Socratically talk about things you learned from the video. To the sensory motor stage. Piaget's first stage of cognitive development, in which the infant uses senses and motor abilities to interact with objects in the environment. Object permanence, the knowledge of the object exists even when it's not in sight. And then symbolic thought begins, like symbolizing like ideas in your head, like conceptually starting to think about things. What do you think about object permanence? Have you ever seen those videos on TikTok where the person puts a blanket up with their dog and they run away and the dog's like, where do they go?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not object permanence because they're like out of sight. The idea of object permanence with the kid is that they are starting to establish even when it's not in sight, it's still there.
Like they know it still exists.
Yeah. believe the midterm is coming up in like 6 days approximately, so just. So open book, open note, no time limit. Don't wait till 11 p.m. on the 26th to take it, please.
I took it,
I'm done with mine.
Okay, cool.
but,
About an hour, okay.
took all the questions and then
Oh,
I only needed to redo like. And then I still got two wrong.
it's pretty good. Those are pretty good testing conditions, I'd say. I do have stats next term. I did get it.
Huh?
I have stats next term, but I have to see what I can pull my schedule on break if you want.
Okay.
I have lifespan, but it's face to face, but it's at school. But they're
Well,
not,
if
but
it's something like this, like it'll be more manageable and it will save me time if I did it online. Because
well-
then I wouldn't do like this part,
yeah,
so. Not that I don't like coming to.
that's
hang out.
fair. No, I get you. I get you.
But my learning style normally is like in person. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm better at disciplining myself online. But if I don't even have to get on a Zoom or anything, then I definitely will be able to just do the homework.
Yeah.
So.
There's still deadlines on the homework, so just make sure you're working through them. Yeah, yeah,
Just make sure I do it by.
yeah.
Just without going to class.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I love coming up here, but I'm like, if I can not drive for a semester, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Pre-operational stage. Where the child learns to use, preschool child learns to use language as a means of exploring the world. Egocentrism, do you guys remember that from the video, egocentrism, where she goes, describe the mountain from what,
Oh, yeah.
what do you see? What do I see? And then it's the exact same thing.
But
Yeah,
he didn't point out the mountain.
yeah, he didn't like river, like, you don't see the same thing. Yeah. Or I remember growing up and my dad was in a business partner of his and he had a 2-year-old and I was like 10 and we heard like, I swear, like glass shelves with like fine china on them, just like just knocked over. And you knew it was kids, Carmen, get out here. The kid just starts laughing hysterically. So his dad yells at him and then he laughs even more because of the egocentrism, because he still thinks it's funny and he knocked the shit over because he's 2. Egocentrism, they can't see their own world. Centration. Do you remember when they asked her about the quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, this one's longer. That's where you only focus on one aspect of it.
But she also didn't count them again, how she did the first time. She just
Right.
immediately was like, I can see what the answer is, instead of let me count and do the same thing that I did the first time. Cause she didn't do that the second time.
The idea is that they'll focus on like one piece of it and they were the same length initially. So she counted and then she didn't count. But remember, that's your adult brain. That's your adult brain. That's, when you think about how you thought about things as a kid, it's going to be different. Like,
Like,
Yeah.
people get frustrated with kids because they forget that, like, hey, you were like that at one point too.
conservation is like when they pour the water,
Oh, yeah.
like which one has more. And then irreversibility, like can the thing be reversed? 2 + 3, 3 + 2, stuff like that.
Really interesting seeing the, say about 7-year-old kid that had, try to describe volume without knowing what the. Cause, you know, when they did it with the kid that could recognize that it was still the same amount of wood,
Right.
you know. It just, I don't know, she was very much trying to describe the word volume, but she just didn't know what.
Yeah.
You know what was weird though? The 11-year-old, so you know how she asked them, like, what was it? Oh, if you use a hammer to like hit the glass, like it's gonna break. If you use the feather, then like it's not. The little boy answered saying that it wouldn't because it's a feather, but the 11-year-old Was it more so because she was following the directions?
Yeah,
based off how it was, so did she do it right?
Yeah, because it has to do with abstract thinking.
Okay.
He was very concrete. Like we know that if you hit, he was very literal, and like as we develop, we can think more
I mean, he was
abstractly.
right. With
Yeah.
what he said, like, you're not gonna get me to say that because that's not true, and that's
Yeah.
not right. So he's like, well, you can't break it with the feather.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was really weird because then the 11-year-old was like, I know this is not, I can't break it with a feather, but I'm trying to follow directions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
That's what they were trying. That's what they were trying to demonstrate.
Makes me wonder what they think of like these cartoons we show them. If they're not able to think abstractly, do they take them all literally?
But I find that when I watch animated stuff as an adult later, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on that like you only catch if you're an adult. The kids never catch it. Shrek's a great example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like angry at the end.
Yeah.
Just watch Puss in Boots last night.
What was that?
Just watch Puss in Boots last night.
My daughters are like obsessed with Shrek movies right now.
There's a million of them now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's another one that's coming up soon.
Yeah, there's
too.
one with the making.
Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't, like, I couldn't even understand the first one when I first watched it.
I picked the best voice for Puss in Boots though. Tony Banderas. I mean that. Yeah.
Of course, they got Selena.
See, I take great pleasure in animated films because when I was like young, my dad's like, you have to stop watching cartoons. You have to grow up right now. So like I enjoy watching animated things as an adult. More so like the movies, like Coco or something that's got like a message.
Yeah.
Or Shrek, greatest love story ever told, all four of them. You know, Rocky's the best.
Yeah.
My parents never told me to stop watching cartoons, and I think like they ended up thinking that was a problem because now all I watch is like the mindless ones, like Family Guy and like Smiley Friends and stuff like that.
I used to watch Family Guy and they offended me. It was
Makes sense. All of them. My parents think it sucks, like all that, like it's like, why are they yellow though?
Simpsons have predicted the future 33 times. Might be 34 now.
Predicting the future, it's more so they're going ahead and doing whatever they said and making us think that. if that
Yeah.
makes
But they've
sense.
also they recently found a tomb of someone that looks like Marge Simpson in the past recently.
Yeah, seen it.
She
They
did.
found a what?
They found something that looks like Marge Simpson from the past now.
You could also say that
But
you need a bunch of predictions, including one about Great King Terror and Sense from the Sky.
I used to do the Family Guy, and I used to do South Park, but like I said, they make fun of everybody indiscriminately, and then like they offended me religiously, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch anymore. Yeah, I was like, okay, that was too far, guys, too far. So this is the conservation task. That's just what we walk through, just showing that it's not there for pennies. Concrete operation stage, third stage of cognitive development, in which school age child becomes capable of logical thinking processes, but is not capable of abstract thinking. Concrete concepts, we're talking about the feather and the rule. I'm with you. If I wasn't religious, I'd probably still watch it. It's just they went too far. I was like, okay, now that's just deeply offensive. I know they make fun of everybody indiscriminately. If I would not watch an episode, I'd probably still watch them. So
Which one was it?
I think both South Park and
No, but I'm saying like, what did they say or do?
They made fun of-
Which episode, sorry.
it was when they made fun of Jesus. I was like, I've had enough. I was like, I was like, I just feel they made fun of like,
Oh,
well, I was like, okay, I can't, I feel
like you're gonna get.
I feel-
right with.
I feel bad watching this, so.
Was it like theory back in time and said like Jesus' miracles were maybe a little bit overhyped?
That might have been what it was.
Basically.
Or is the bird is the word episode where like he meets Jesus when Peter meets Jesus or whatever, and that
I don't know. They went, I was like, too far. Gotta shut it off.
Parents wouldn't let me watch Simpsons as a kid either.
Simpsons has actually predicted the future, and I believe I think someone an undergrad wrote a paper on this about like promoting pro-Christian themes and stuff, like
Feel like
over 30. Yeah.
crazy how they watch from like.
Oh my god.
Twice, it's good. I've seen it a couple times.
I couldn't get into it.
I think I laughed. I didn't watch it a lot, but I watched it a couple times and
It's just like stupid, like little clips about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one.
They did that on purpose to make us think that they predicted.
no, but they did it years in before the thing happened. I think it's finally off the air, but I think it's like the longest running sitcom ever was Simpsons. I don't think it's on the air anymore. I think it's just reruns now.
I think it comes on like,
Really?
it's like the very last thing on Adult Swim.
Oh.
Where they turn to.
And it's new episodes.
I wanna say off the air. Yeah, and it's kind of like a psychedelic, just mind fuck for 30 minutes.
I briefly got into BoJack Horseman, which is all about mental health. That's on Netflix.
BoJack Horseman is like my everything.
Yeah.
You said which one?
BoJack Horseman. It's totally about mental health.
Okay.
Like
Is it like a cartoon?
it's a cartoon and it's funny, but like there's like random stuff where like one of the main characters is like, and then like the bad thoughts never go. Like she's like talking about like anxiety and depression. Like there's some deep mental health stuff going on in there, just not every single episode. Yeah.
That's what.
Which one's better?
Formal operations, PJ last stage of cognitive development, in which the adolescent becomes capable of abstract thinking. Not everyone reaches this stage. According to PJ, relativistic thinking extends beyond formal operations.
Oh.
If you need lifespan in person, it's available at COD.
She's doing English online. I said, oh no, I would have needed that one in person for sure. That one is non-negotiable. Do that one.
It's all right. Hey, if it was in person, it'd be easier because I can, ask and, I mean, I still can. I don't. It's not like there's a community, because I'm in person. I've never told anything. I cannot. It's not hard if you people. It's really easy. Yeah. You just. Who you teach me? Johnny. So Johnny. We didn't ask about that one.
There you go. There you go. There's the ticket. Path of least resistance. You have something, Kurt?
Who that is it that doesn't huge?
That's what
Going
I.
on, so.
He's saying it varies. Not everybody gets to this. He's being non-specific. Just that like, and he doesn't account for the entire lifespan like Erickson does. He's saying kind of like you get to this point, probably around like high school. And then that's the rest of your life, but that some people neurocognitively don't always get there. Which I guess we think about things like intelligence and where people might score, I guess it could make sense.
In the sense that like, a lot of people are.
Yeah.
They're like, they're growing. Capacity.
Yeah.
So crazy.
That's weird. My friend I was talking about last week, he had like 5 siblings and no social skills. Just because you mentioned environment, I'm just saying, like, I was like blown away. Like, I would think he would have better social skills because, like, I was an only child.
Siblings, but part of that is definitely first principle. Essentially, making complete distrust for it.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna talk about Kirsten a little bit. Were you guys still writing? Because I don't want to move too
No, you're
fast.
fine. It's because I was talking.
No, if you're still going on, but just speak up. It's okay. We're still pacing fine. And I can always condense the lectures if we need to, or do an activity. Was that a hint? A little bit.
We're ready for a game again. Remember when we did the group games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need another one of those.
Nice. 'Cause that was-
Like coming up, like a discussion kind of built in. This one's hard to like gamify though. Or maybe I'll just go to like 10 more slides or something. We'll talk about motivation. Or like 3 more slides, because some of the stuff you guys already looked at, I think. Oh. No, I think there's some overlap, so. So Vygotsky talked about the role of others in development, scaffolding, processes in which a more skilled learner gives less help to a less skilled learner. And he also proposed the idea of zone of proximal development, basically what a learner can do or a child can do without the help of like a caregiver. We'll do 2 more slides, and we'll talk about the last one a little bit, and then we'll move on to motivation, just to kind of condense it. I know the book does do some overlap.
I'm trying to make it thick.
Yeah. You know, time for the TED Talk if I move quick enough. Two more slides. There's actually a cue to a possible movie, so thanks for communicating so I'm not lost here. Appreciate it. Real for real. For sure.
You need to take a picture of the name for that English teacher.
Oh, don't blame you. I did record it though too, so that would have been on.
Could've went back and-
No, I found it.
These people aren't taking the test.
That would be a problem. But you guys, but that's not possible in this class because they're scrambled and they're different questions.
So we wouldn't be able to do it together. What if one looked up the answers for one, we go all through the tests together in our one, and then the other one helps with your next test?
No more unlimited time is what will happen for everybody else. What's that?
That's what I love. Okay, Willie's the one.
I know.
Sure, I can see the at point, Kurt. Yeah. I liked when they went to the DMV though. I felt like that was very realistic.
I have heard that problems with the DMV, but I love that.
Yeah.
Just him taking like solid 10 seconds to smell.
It's pretty close.
I mean,
I guess Illinois is a little better than California with the DMV, but
I feel like it would be more accurate if all the slots were people in time. Because what holds it up is everybody coming in without the proper documentation and inviting parties, that it's just going to.
one more stuff. And then do something else, okay?
The combination of the two. The people that work there and the people that go in.
But the people that work there, they're like, take this form, go over here, and if you do that wrong, they're like, here. So they have government jobs, they don't give a fuck. They have government jobs, they don't care. I agree with you that they're evil, horrible humans generally, yes.
They're petty in there.
They're always so rude. I'm like, yeah, like I'm sorry, you hate your job. Right, you
Right.
chose it. Oh my God.
And at that, they should be more thorough there. You're giving licenses to half these people that suck at driving.
Yeah.
Like, where are these people getting these licenses from?
I agree.
You walk past this one.
I'm just gonna tell them $5 order.
No, no, go through there. Just past the one.
Just made eye contact with the road for about 3.
Just want to say something. He doesn't.
Sound carries. Oh, good. They didn't really like conversation, but that's okay. Once you guys have a good learning environment, so. What is the spectrum disorder? not entirely what it says on the slide. They thought for a long time it was a developmental disorder. It's considered nowadays to be neurodivergent. It's not caused by vaccines. It's like been super disproven. Or Tylenol. Or Tylenol. Make sure you never take Tylenol.
I just wanna know when he even became a doctor. Or what doctor gave him that information
The better
to
question
say.
is where is the worm that's piloting this body?
Jesus.
Sometimes, this has been the cue to watch Rain Man, but it comes with a worksheet. Has anyone ever seen Rain Man, by the way? It's a movie, it's a movie from the 80s, but it does depict pretty accurately autism, or at least what they knew at the time about autism. We usually do watch Rain Man at some point in Gen Psych, but because we're talking about autism, it could be a cue. It is about 2 hours, so like if we started it tonight, we wouldn't finish. We'd have to watch some of it now, some of it next class. We could. Yeah, I have academic freedom. We can do that as an activity. I do have a worksheet that's already in there. What was that? Yeah. It would enhance your understanding of autism, possibly narcissism. I would say maybe think of a critical thinking question or two for your classmates besides what's on the worksheet so that we can have a conversation about it. Yeah, we can do that. Should be in there now under Rain Man. Under files. Let's see. Rain Man worksheet. Add two critical thinking questions. Does everyone know what critical thinking questions are? That's like a why or a how. That's not just like yes or no. Like two critical thinking questions.
Like giving an explanation.
Yeah, something that you can ask your. So like if there's a scene that resonates with you, you could say, what about this or what about that?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and then I would say like maybe one or two movie quotes that resonated with you. And then that would give us stuff to talk about besides just the question that I'm asking you guys. Let's see, and why is we. Yeah, we can absolutely watch that. So should we take our 10-minute break and then come back and watch it, or I can just cue it now and just if you need to take a bio break or anything, just do that. What do you got? Was there a question or are you just stretching? Okay. Do you guys want to take a break or just cue the movie? Break? Okay. So come back in about 10. We'll start at 5 till. It's in there. I will get you out of here on time. We won't go past 9:15, or we might go a few minutes earlier. And it's the Rayman worksheet, two critical thinking questions. These are like why, how, and then like grab a movie quote or two from it and just write that on the paper or type it. And we'll start today. We'll finish next class period. We'll be doing until the end of the movie. And the idea would be to like have a conversation based on the questions I gave you and the stuff you guys came up with as a class activity. Yeah, it's enrichment, Ariana. I just need to know these things because there's some people love the slides, but I can truncate it. We could do activities the whole rest of the term and not even lecture. I just need to know what you guys are looking for. If the consensus is that, I've taught this class so much. Like I have plenty of activities. We probably would not run out. I don't think I'm going to be able to broadcast Rain Man and record though.
and microbiome.
Yeah, like.
I was the one class.
Yeah.
To get my phone, but he created he was nice. He was just oh, and I know that in his class, I never like 75. Like it's hard to kind of what you guys do that. We were because we can't like it's kind of no, we just totally.
Ew.
You dealt with it. Yeah, I know. She has, right now, I'm hanging on by a thread with my anatomy physiology. He's like. But she'll go back and I keep bouncing like. So right now I have an 89, but I had a 94. Exam when I dropped it, but then I do my homework and then it looks like a 90. Then I do my exam, then it goes right out. Then I do my homework. So it's just
Let's last thing.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Is it about minutes? Wait, maybe another minute, yeah, 1 minute. That's the stats of the lifespan.
Can I take a
COD.
picture?
Yeah. For COD.
I can't remember that. Like little, the wedding favors to go and take the 9 dots. There's like connected lines. I can't remember how it was.
I posted it.
That's it. Thank you.
Do you need stats?
Huh?
Do you need stats for your
No.
question? No? Very good.
Like that class.
It's my schedule, it's COD. Big picture, if stats applies. Just a bit.
Take it just in case. Yes.
Was like, it hadn't been good.
Just in case.
There's reviews, I read professors, students,
I know.
talking about stats and how much they enjoyed the class. And I can't tell you that everybody's always passed, but I can tell you a lot of A's, B's, and C's over the years. Rarely do students fill out a little under half of your works and worksheets, and then the rest are tests, but it's a limited time, limited attempts for the pre-test and post-tests, and then 2 attempts for all the exams. No time limit. I take the higher of the 2 scores. You had a question.
It doesn't affect me easier.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is really.
And I have my own worksheets that I created from scratch for the really hard stuff.
To be serious.
Oh. Oh, because I'm trying to do fun stuff in class. Everybody ready to come back? Yes? Yep, okay. Everybody's getting what we're doing, the worksheet, add a couple critical thinking questions, probably like a movie quote or 2. On, like tack that onto the worksheet. We'll start, I will get you guys out of here on time. We will not finish it tonight. The purpose of it is to learn a little bit about autism and maybe narcissism. Amen. This was shot in the 80s. So just be mindful. It was shot in the 80s, okay? How is the sound? We need more sound, less sound in the back? You guys hear back there? Okay.
Already.
Oh. This is for you.
I'm just kidding.
This is my schedule with the statistics and the lifespan of COD next term.
Okay.
These are all face-to-face classes this spring. If you need stats, I can send you in. I'm allowed, so that's right back to school.
But you said that even if I'm not a resident
You might pay out of.
or this residency. See, that's the only thing that I don't. That's the only reason I don't wanna.
I'm not saying you have, I'm trying to give you options.
Yeah.
You're a nursing major,
Yeah.
take your colleagues. So. Or just take, that's fine for me. If you need stats, I have that. If you want face-to-face, but I have face-to-face to the school.
It would save me time though if I did it online, especially if it's how you're doing it. But other than that, if it was any other way and I didn't know how it was gonna be, then I would not do it online.
I appreciate it. I don't understand how this works. So right now we're doing, like, right now I'm doing my associates, right? First.